Okay, hi, my name is Katie. Today it's my first vlog. Hmm. um, Sorry, that was really weird. But anyways, what I wanted to talk about in my first vlog was something that's super, super important to me and like it makes me unique. I'm talking about Tourette syndrome. Now, for those of you who do not know what Tourette syndrome is, it is um, It is a inherited neuropsychiatric disorder with the onset in childhood. So it's something in my brain that makes me have tics, these things called tics, which are like movements and sounds. Um, my tics are I'm just exhibiting an example here. My tics are me shaking my head like that and going having noises like and like sometimes scrunching my face in weird distorted ways. I move my arm, I jerk it, and then I move my ankles, and I shake my hands sometimes. So those are my tics. Um, they they don't usually get too bad. They usually just kind of slight jerks or something, and that was and like excuse me. Okay. They get bad like if I'm tired or stressed, and that's when I have my Tourette attacks. What I call Tourette attacks is where I have multiple, just like I'm just jerking around, just flailing myself around. But those don't usually happen unless I'm really tired or really stressed. That was like 2 weeks ago because I had finals and stuff. It was kind of bad. But so Tourette syndrome is it, it's really difficult to explain my tics. I guess the best way I could describe it, it's it's like when you're stressed out or tired and you get that twitch in your eye or something. It's kind of like that, but not exactly. Um, like I can't help my tics. They just come and go as they please. And sometimes I can hold them in. What I've learned to do is sometimes I can breathe deeply, and sometimes I can put them off or make them a little less looking like I'm dying. um, I don't know, I didn't say this at the beginning, but I'm 16 years old, and the first time I noticed my tics was end of 8th grade, I think. Or maybe it was end of 7th. Somewhere in there. And I noticed I started getting the what I called a backwards hiccup, but it's not really. I didn't really just know what to call it. It sounds like and I had those like monthly, like once a month maybe. And then it started progressing into maybe once a week, then twice a day, then more times a day. And I saw the doctor about it. She was like, they're called tics. And I'm like, I don't know what that is, but she didn't really explain it at all. So I just had to look it up. And um, I didn't because I was lazy. But I later saw the MTV True Life, I have Tourette syndrome, and it kind of made me think, whoa, is that what I have? And so I did some research, and I was like, maybe not, because I don't really do anything else other than my backwards hiccup. But then I started getting more of a head shake than a jerk in my body, then and then like just recently I remembered when I was in fourth-ish grade, I think I started rolling my ankles, and I didn't connect that to anything, but that's I think was my first tick because I still do that and stuff. I roll my ankles in like a circle, and then there's it started getting worse once I got older. So throughout the years, I've gotten a little bit more of jerkiness and like more movements and and the thing is with me, it kind of happened all so sudden. I like was fine like a couple months ago, come back to school, I have Tourette syndrome. Like what? So I just didn't tell anyone and um I mean if they asked, usually they thought it was a hiccup because I would go and it kind of did sound like a hiccup, but it was just one. So they're like, "Oh, was that a hiccup?" And I'm like, yeah, that was a hiccup. There's nothing wrong with me here." Um, but then I slowly started telling people I have Tourette syndrome and it's nothing contagious. But so I I told people that and most people accepted me and they supported me and stuff and some people talk about getting bullied and I've never had to deal with getting bullied about it or anything, never called names or anything, so I mean it's been pretty easy for me. I just laugh it off with my friends and stuff, like they'll jokingly make fun of me, like they'll go, Katie, and I'm like, very funny. And my friend Martha, she goes, and I'm like, not funny, even though it is. But like I don't know, just I'm a normal person. I just have tics sometimes, and I do get stared at quite a lot. Like the other day in my English class, there was this kid who sits across the room from me, and I was having tics. Like the teacher was talking, and I was shaking my head, and I just kept looking over, and he was just like, "What are you doing?" And I just ignored it. I was just like, "Oh my goodness." Yeah, I wish I wasn't doing this right now. But because she was like saying these like two things and I'm like shaking my head like no. But I mean sometimes it can be embarrassing, like there are times where it's like really quiet in the class or room I'm in and sorry, and like I'll have a phonic tic and I'll go like really really loud and I'll be just like people looking at me and staring at me and I'm like, oh right, I didn't make that noise. um people think it's funny sometimes and they don't really care. And I mean, I think it's funny actually when I have tics that are like more intense because then I get something to laugh at and it's usually pretty hilarious. um, to people with Tourette syndrome, if they're thinking that they're stupid or dumb for doing the tics, you can't help it. Don't be sad about it. Don't go home being angry at yourself. Embrace your Tourette syndrome. Be like, yeah, I have Tourette's. And you know what? That makes me awesome. Because you know what? People with Tourette's are so freaking awesome. You know that? Because we're not embarrassed about it. I mean, maybe the people who have it and are getting bullied may be embarrassed, but you know what? The people who are calling you names or making fun of you, they're just jealous that they're not as cool as you. And it's like you just gotta laugh it off, brush it off. That's what I do. Um, I don't really know. Like people are just sad that they're just sad if they make fun of you. Like it's like it's not like they makes them any cooler. What makes you so special? You know what? I have something that makes me special. Do you? Didn't think so. Um, so, I mean, that's all I gotta say about it, I guess. I mean, if you have any questions or you want advice, just comment below and, I'll try to respond to as many people as possible. I don't even know if anyone's even gonna watch this video. I mean, I would hope that they would, but it doesn't really matter to me, I guess. As long as at least someone watches it, and at least I help someone. Comment below if you want me to answer questions like, what do I do if I'm in this situation, or anything. It doesn't even have to be related to it. Just ask me questions, and I'm gonna try to help you. you want me to show you how to do something, I can try my best. If you want reviews on certain things, I can try my best on that too. Um, Subscribe. I'm Katie. Peace out of here, yo.